do this.
Hello! Guess who's come? Hello! So, this is our real episode of the Olann podcast, and it's Laura, Left Foot Daisy,
and Deirdre. Just Deirdre.
So, you're going to have to bear with us because we haven't got a clue what we're doing. So, and the light's not good, so we're going to go for it, but I imagine we're probably going to talk over each other and things like that, so we'll have to get used to it.
Yeah.
We'll get used to it.
Yeah.
So, you can find us at olann.ie. You can find Deirdre.
You can find me on Instagram, Deirdre McCardle, just all one word, lowercase. And where else am I? I don't think I'm anywhere else. On Ravelry, Donna Diamond, which would be my spy name if I was ever going to be a spy. I'm not, but if I was ever going to be a spy, Donna Diamond would be my name.
And I'm Left Foot Daisy everywhere, I think now. Yeah, pretty much everywhere. So okay, we probably better get on with this. We were struggling with names to come up with different things. So we've kind of gone down a completely different route. So whips.
So our whips are going to be called It'll Be Lovely When It's Finished, which they usually are.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Okay, so do you want to go first?
Yeah, so I had gotten this lovely ball of Comra in Bloom, and it's from, she's now called Comra Girl, but she used to be called Red Heart Knits.
Yeah.
She's a local lady, and she lives, I guess, not that far from you.
No, she kind of lives between me and Clonmel, so between Lismore and Clonmel.
Cool. So this is a DK weight. I'm just going to pop it up here because the colours are really, really cool. It's kind of pinkish, purples, greens. It's really, really nice.
Really nice green.
And the green is cool. And it's a DK weight, as I said. So I think there was about two, I can't remember, I forgot the tag, and that's annoying, but I think it was about 240 meters in it. So I wanted to look for a project where I could just use it, and otherwise, when you have a ball of wool and you don't have enough to do a big project, and so it kind of gets left in the wayside. So I thought, okay, I need to just use this. So I looked it up and I found this lovely shawl or shawlette called The Age of Brass and Steam, which seems to be really popular on Ravelry.
Is that the blue one? Is it a blue one on
it's
the
kind
picture?
It's a dark, I think it's a dark colour, like a charcoaly colour.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's just a simple pattern, really simple shawlette. You can see there's like an eyelet row interspersed then with just regular stocking stitch. And you can see the colours, it's kind of working out really nice. The colours look really cool. And I think I have just one more row of eyelet row to go. So it's not that big. You can kind of knit it as much as the wool you have, let's say, but I'll probably just go another eyelet row and then finish it off. So it would be kind of a nice little bandana shape.
They're really your colours.
They actually are, yeah. Aside from the purple, like I know you don't like purple, and I'm not really world's biggest fan of purple, but it's nice with the pinks and the greens.
Yeah, it makes the greens pop.
Yeah. So I'm really liking it, and the yarn is so nice to knit with. It's so smooth, and it just kind of glides onto the needles, and you're just flying. So it's really, really good. So it's one of those projects I'm loving, really, really enjoying it. And it'll be lovely when it's finished.
Mine, it'll be lovely when it's finished. I showed you it last time. I'm being a bit monogamous, so I am literally on the band of my Climb Every Mountain. You probably can't see it, but there's supposed to be an I-cord border. Can you see it at the bottom? But because I'd spoken to quite a few people, and one of our good friends, Dr. Sock, has knitted the same garment, and the I-cord border has a tendency to curl. So I am doing a ribbed border, but I'm actually splitting it, so I've got two balls on the go. And I'm going to literally do the front and the back separately, and hopefully they'll sit, and it won't, I was worried that it would kind of narrow in with a rib, so I'm hoping it will sit quite well. I haven't tried it on since. I did try it on once I'd split for the sleeves, but I haven't tried it on since, so I'm kind of hoping that it sits okay on me. And then I'm just going to do a short sleeve, which I'll cast off in rib as well, I think.
And have you ever done the split rib before?
I've done it on a jumper for Dina, for Dina, yeah. Okay. But I haven't done it on me. So I don't know. We'll see.
That's a
Hopefully
nice
it'll work.
colour. Well, your colour, obviously.
Blue. Yeah. We're both in pink. She always wears pink.
So imagine my surprise.
So go to work uniform. So Olann uniform. So so it will be lovely when it's finished.
See, we're getting in the names. It's good. So for we have, going to have pretty much follow a regular format, and so with our finished objects, we thought we'd call them ta-da. So, and we're probably going to mix it up with like some of our own finished objects, our ta-da's moments, and then some of the ta-da moments from the Olann, the magazine. So things that we've knit for the magazine, because I think it'd be good. You guys are obviously seeing them just photographs, so I think it might be nice to see them in real life. Well, virtually in real life, I guess. Cool. So I was tasked with some industrial scale knitting for the last issue of the magazine, because it was a menswear issue. Well, kind of pretty much a menswear issue, and we were kindly given a pattern by Erica Knight. We had met her at the RDS in November last year, and she was so sweet, and she was just so generous, and she said, take a pattern, and we were delighted. So we looked at the menswear book. What was the name of the book?
It's called Men's Knits.
The Men's Knits.
It's like porn.
Yeah. And we were going to knit whatever it was going to be for my husband Glenn, who then looked through the book and thought he liked the look of this herringbone sweater, which
the most complicated.
Yeah, I was not best pleased, because he's a big man, and there's a lot of knitting in anything that you would make for him. So I was a bit worried, because I hadn't done this kind of large scale colour work before, I guess, or stranding, as well then with the kind of the time limits, trying to get it done in 2 months. So I did have to outsource the sleeves. I just did not have enough time to do the sleeves, but all worked out well in the end, and you'll see, I can't even fit it in the screen, it's so massive.
It looks really good.
It looks really cool.
It does look really cool.
And it's really, really soft. It was Erica Knight's own wool as well, her British blue, I think. And it's pure wool, and it's so soft. And because it's obviously, stranded here, it's going to be super, super warm. And Glenn loves it, and I thought he looked really good in it in the photographs.
He did. He looked lovely in it.
He thought he looked really good in it in the photographs. But that's no harm. So, ta-da!
And then we thought it would be nice. We're both predominantly knitters, which is why the magazine has a bit of a knitting kind of lilt. And we're not apologising for that. That's our buzz. That's what we do. But equally, we're trying really hard to include other crafts, and we're trying really, really hard to include crochet, which is a little difficult. We're not going to lie.
Yeah,
it's a little bit difficult trying to source new designs is a little difficult. There's no shortage of reworkings of designs, and they're great, they're lovely, we really love them, but trying to find something a little bit different is sometimes a bit difficult for us. But I think we struck gold. I think with Eliza's oboe shawl. So don't know if you can see, I should probably have it's a bit there we go. Oh, well, that's very hard, maybe. So you can
that's good.
So it's like bubbles. It's this beautiful triangular shawl. Is that the wrong way around?
Do you know what? I don't know.
I think it was, yeah. It doesn't matter. So we showed you it the wrong way around. You probably can't see, but that's fine. So it has like this beautiful sort of bubble pattern going up and down it. And Eliza very kindly offered to give us the pattern for the magazine, and then our really good friend, another really good friend. We rely on our friends and our family an awful lot. Watch out, it could be you that we're asking to model next. So our really good friend Goosey Lucy, they all have nicknames at this stage. She crocheted the sample garment for us, and actually, to be fair, Lucy does an awful lot of our crochet for us, our sample garments for us. So thanks, Lucy.
Yeah. Superstar.
Yeah, Lucy's a superstar. Yeah, So, what was the yarn? Was it Titus? Was it
Titus,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it was Bahram U Titus. It was in the 4-ply, and it was in one of their newly released colours for spring, summer. They released 2, didn't they? They released a turquoise and this pinky colour. It's like a cerise magenta. It's not as vibrant as you would think of as a kind of cerise. It's kind of cool, isn't it? Cool toned.
Yeah.
I'll find out what it is and we'll put it on the notes. We'll put on the notes what the colour was. I'm sure it's on the magazine anyway. We would have put it on the magazine at the time. And it's just lovely because it's so different.
And did Lucy say it was easy or like for a beginner or?
I think Lucy said it was all right once you got the pattern going. I think maybe starting was a little bit, you had to watch a little bit, but I think then Lucy said, if I remember rightly, it was quite easy to go after that.
Yeah.
But then Lucy crochets doilies.
Yeah, I mean, there is that. So she might say something is easy, but then we, real beginners might look at it and go, oh my God. But it doesn't look terribly difficult.
No. And it's really effective.
Yeah.
It is really effective.
It is.
And I think very unlike a lot of crochet shawls.
I certainly haven't seen anything like it.
Yeah.
In fact, it kind of almost looks like it's knit.
Yes. Yeah. I'd go that far to say it actually looks like it's knit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we love it.
So that's ta-da! And then the last thing we just thought we'd show you on the ta-das is somewhere here. Lost it.
Oh.
Do you have that fuller? Oh. Oops. She's going to say what it's made out of.
I'm going to try. It's Gossypium, we think. And if we've got that wrong, we're sorry. But it's Erica Knight's new cotton.
Yeah. So it sounds like we're having an Erica Knight episode.
Yeah, I know that.
We're not. Yeah.
Even though we do love Erica.
We love
Knight.
Erica. That's fine. That's cool. So it's just a little mandala, like a little tea coaster. Yeah. Coaster. Yeah. So, which is crocheted badly. So we're not gonna inspect it. But it's really, really pretty, and I thought it was a really good way to show off the cotton because we do launch for our needles usually if we're doing anything, don't we?
Yeah.
So I thought it would be really nice. It's a free pattern online, and we've actually released a blog post about Erica's cotton today, and all the details, including the pattern name, is up on the blog today.
Yeah, exactly. And how many could you make out of one? Like, would you make a set of 4? Or?
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Okay, cool.
I weighed it. I think if I remember right, I did weigh it and I put it on the blog, didn't I? I think.
You did. It was 8 grams.
Yeah.
I only know. Okay, I remember.
Easily get a few out of them.
Cool.
And I do intend on trying to make some more, but we've other things on the go. So, ta-da! Different. Woohoo!
Yeah. So that's 2 crochet items. That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, considering we're both knitters. Yeah, that's a bit strange.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So then, I guess we've been inundated with loads of lovely yarn. Some obviously we're test knitting for the magazine, but then we obviously buy stuff for ourselves as well. So we thought we'd call that. What do we say we call it? Oh, we had to have it. So yeah, exactly. So that kind of sums it up. You know, when you're looking at yarn and you're like, oh, I just have to have that. So my we had to have that is Ellie and Ada, Irish indie dyer. We love Laura and her stuff. And she has come up with this new colourway. It's called Swimming Togs, which I just think is like just a brilliant name. It's so cool because it reminds me that the minute I saw it, I went, I absolutely had a Swimming Togs, these different colours. It's like a work of art.
This is
I know, it just really pops with that. And even like there's like dark brown here that you just wouldn't think should ever, it just wouldn't work, but it absolutely works.
Yeah.
And there's like nice, really dark violet here and kind of navy. It's pretty much, it's like a work of art. I have no idea what I'm going to make with it. And some of the girls in our knitting group last night were saying, maybe just, hang it up on the wall. So that could be something that happens. Yarn art.
Yeah. It's so luscious.
It's just so nice. And it is super, super soft. And I think it's merino and nylon. And it's 212 metres.
So is it a 4-ply?
guess.
Oh, so it's 50 grams.
That's not 50 grams.
Is that 50 grams? It doesn't feel like 50 grams.
Definitely.
We might have to check.
Yeah,
We'll have to check.
yeah. But yeah,
It's really nice.
I just had to have it.
Yeah.
I don't know. As I said, I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I might just, I don't know, wear it
Just
around
look
my
at
neck or something. I don't know. Anyway, I love it.
I saw somebody on Instagram and I must take it. They have a pony and they had a hank of yarn around this pony's neck, and then they'd done the mane into like a bun, and they had just what you said you'd wear around your neck. I'll have to find out. I need to get a pony just to do that.
Yeah.
I don't like horses.
Or one of those mini Shetland ponies, the little tiny horses. Yeah, I do like them.
Actually, I do like horses. They frighten me. I'm a London girl. They frighten me. They're big. But I really like shy horses, so something's not right there. And then I had to have it. I mentioned last time, and I said it was in the other room. Didn't want to go and disturb Kai. So I'd actually, when I was up in Dublin doing the Indigo course, I'd actually popped into Rosemary of the Concert Knitter and bought 2 hanks of the lovely shelter. And this is the sweatshirt colour. And I do have a plan for this. I'm going to knit... it's an Erica Knight pattern.
Of course it is. This episode of the podcast has been sponsored by Erica Knight.
So my eldest son, who appeared in the first podcast, he has a favourite hat that I always make him. It's Erica Knight's striped hat, and I always do it plain for him. And it's actually in the men's knit book.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just a plain little beanie that kind of rolls up. It's all done in stocking stitch, so generally it rolls because of the way it's knitted, and he loves it. That's his favourite
Is there
hat.
a slouch to it, or is it like more of a fitted?
Yeah, more of a fitted
Oh,
one.
okay.
And he actually rolls it up on purpose, so he rolls it up a little bit more, and it kind of sits up, and then when he's cold he pulls it down a bit more. But it takes, I think if I remember rightly, it's going to take just over 1 hank of this. The shelter has 140 yards, and I think I need about 160 for the pattern, so I needed the 2. So but I'd say this yarn will work in with some of the other kind of Aran worsted ones I've got at the moment. So but it's really nice. It's this lovely tweedy.
It is actually.
Yeah,
There's
it
kind
is
of little
gorgeous.
flecks of. Did I see little flecks of like darker grey in there? Yeah, like,
and it is proper sweatshirt colour, isn't it? It's proper.
it actually is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's called the colourway is sweatshirt.
Sweatshirt.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Because I realised that of all the hats I've made him, and Dina's knitted him quite a few of the same hat as well, we've never done him a grey one. Really strangely. Yeah. So the last one I made him was kind of rusty nails colour. If you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So so that is my. I have to have it.
Yeah. I was only thinking when I was looking at the names that, the indie dyers in Ireland come up with for their colourways, that's like my dream job. I mean, if there was such a job, that would be my dream job. Just because it's so, like, when you just look at colours and you try and make up names, I love it.
And if you had a swimming costume like that, you probably would have come up with swimming togs then.
Yeah. And even like you see some of them are they're so quirky and fun, but then you look at the yarn, you're like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. So no, I love it.
Definitely.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I
Good
can
job.
see you doing that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what was the next one we were going to do? Okay, so we have a couple of things that we really wanted to do, and one of them is kind of a bit of pattern stalking because obviously we have to make things for the magazine. We're concentrating all the time, most of the time, on the magazine, and we knit the samples ourselves, don't we?
Yeah.
So we like to test the patterns, so we knit the samples ourselves, and so we're quite often stalking patterns, with the hope that we'll get around to doing them. So we've got our section is going to be called pattern stalking, but we're not going to call it pattern stalking. We're going to call it Hello Gorgeous.
And she has to say it because it just sounds so much better in a London accent than a Cork accent. So, hello.
Come into my lair.
I think it works. Yeah, it's kind of a sinister vibe there, but that's okay.
You don't know me
Kinda like
properly yet.
It's like your man, Ray Winston. Yeah, hello, gorgeous.
I think Ray Winston is really sexy.
Yeah.
Really
yeah.
sexy.
There is something about him, all right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so you can do your hello
okay,
gorgeous first.
yeah. So I just get my notes here because I have been stalking Joji. I hope that's Hohi. Okay, Hohi Locatelli.
That's it.
Her new shawl, Party on My Needles. It's 4-ply and it's such a. Have you seen it on Ravelry?
Is that the one that the grocery girls, Tracy made, or is she? I think she's finished it.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Michelle from Y'all has just started making it, or one of our other friends. But it's a really cool one because you can use up leftover 4-ply. So like there's one main color, or I mean you can kind of experiment. There's like garter stripes, but then there's like little thinner stripes going through. So it's kind of a nice one if you have leftover scraps like from a sock or from another shawl. Doing a nice base. I'm thinking of doing it in. I got a nice down in the Sheep's Head Festival. I got nice Irish fairy tale yarn. It was a navy color.
Oh yeah,
like
I
an
remember.
ink, I think was called, or something like that. I'm going to do that as the base and then pop it with like a luminous yellow or like a pink like this or something like that.
Yeah.
So it kind of really can be quite dramatic. And then I think within the pattern, Hohi was saying that there's 3 different bind-off styles that she illustrates in the pattern. So it could be a good way to experiment with different bind-offs. So yeah, it's definitely on my list. I think maybe when I finish my Age of Brass and Steam.
And in between the next 3 issues.
Yeah. So I would like it maybe finished for Christmas. So hopefully.
That's the one that Michelle's doing in the cerise pink?
She is with a dark with a navy as well.
That's right. Yeah.
So I think I think she's kind of halfway through it and it looks good. She's enjoying it as well. It seems to be a nice knit.
Pattern, I think, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a lady I met that was doing it recently, and she was doing it with a mint, a grey, and a really kind of bright coral.
Oh,
it was really nice. It was really different as well. The colours weren't something I would have put together, so it's interesting to see, and they really look nice together, but they're not colours I would have picked, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I like that though, when you see colours that are surprising to you, because everybody kind of has their own favourite colours or things that they kind of are drawn towards, and sometimes it's nice to just make yourself pick a colour that you wouldn't normally pick. Yeah.
I'm finding it really strange talking to you here.
I know,
and
it is weird. It is. Yeah. I'll get used to it. Yeah.
And then the pattern I'm stalking, I was thinking about changing the pattern I'm stalking just so that I didn't have to say this lady's name, but that would be lying. So I've actually gone off and listened to a podcaster interviewing this lady so that I knew how to say her name. So the pattern I really, really like at the moment is a pattern called Flaum. I think that's right. It's Flaum. I think it's Flaum. And it's by Justina Lorcosa. And it's actually a pattern that's been out for a while. It was in issue 8 of Amarisu, which was the fall 2015 issue. And it's just this really lovely cardigan. It's kind of, it's ribbed. I think there's 2 different kinds of rib on it. And it comes up, it's slightly shorter at the front. And to be honest, I have a little bit of a belly, so I wouldn't normally pick something that's kind of cropped. But I tend to wear tunics an awful lot, and it would just look really nice, I think, over one of my long apron dresses on my tunics.
Okay.
With some jeans and some boots in the winter is kind of what I'm thinking. And I've been really dying to knit it. The original is made in Quince & Co.'s Owl, and I wasn't sure what to make and then what I would knit. But then another one of our friends. Hello, friends. It was my birthday last week, and she sent me this beautiful yarn, and she sent me it with a shawl in mind, and she sent me 5 hanks. So I've been on the phone to her and asked her if she could get me another one. Which is really bad. Like, I'll pay for it, but it's really bad. Oh, I love what you sent me, but can you get me something else? Yeah. So It as soon as I saw the colour, I was like, oh no, that would be really cool, because I tend to wear blue most of the time. So it's this, I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually a juniper moon yarn, and it's called Moonshine. So I have the yarn, so I'm now desperate to knit it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's lovely,
Oh
isn't
my
it?
gosh.
Yeah. And the Constant Knitter, Rosemary, and the Constant Knitter's been getting Anne-Marie Sue in.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She's put me a copy by.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I love
It's
that.
lovely, isn't it?
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I think it'd be really nice in the
Yeah,
cardi. I'll get a lot of wear out of it.
Is it? There's no buttons then.
No buttons.
Okay.
And it goes up at the front, and it's I think if I remember rightly, you start at the back and then you have to pick up stitches. I haven't really looked at it because there's no point in me buying the pattern on Ravelry if I'm going to get the magazine.
Sure. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I can't wait.
Cool.
So,
I look forward to seeing that.
yeah. So that's my hello. That's hello gorgeous. Yeah, that's
Hello, gorgeous.
my hello gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. I think it sounded cool when you said that.
Yeah. I'm gonna practice it. Yeah.
You're gonna want me to say this one as well.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, so I mentioned my sin bin. Yeah, it's not getting any better. Well, it is. I'm doing my climb every mountain. Yeah. So it is. Yeah, it's kind of getting a little bit better. So, sin bin is okay, but it's not us. Instead, this is going to be our naughty little bugger. So Deirdre's going to tell you about her naughty little bugger.
Yeah.
There we go.
And also my sin bin project. Okay. So, yeah, mine. And I was saying to Laura earlier on, I don't know why I stopped knitting this, but I did. And I was loving it. And it's called a Humboldt Raglan, and it's by Alexandra Virgil, Virgiel. Anyway, we put all these notes up in.
We'll do it on our Ravelry page, I assume.
Oh yeah, good idea. This first appeared in Knit Scene in spring 2013, so it's a DK, and it's knit from the bottom up, and it's a nice jumper
really nice.
with a kind of a lace panel going all the way up the middle.
What I put?
It kind of looks a bit purpley there. I think it's pinker than that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think it's. I don't want to say mauve because that's like a lupin colour. Do you know what I mean?
Is it a lilac-y colour? I don't know.
It's kind of pinker than a normal lilac, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of is, I guess. But it's haze. Is it when?
Is it King Cole haze?
It could be King Cole. Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, it's been a
It
while.
was a really underrated yarn, I think.
Because it's lovely and it has this nice.
Yeah.
Like a I don't
like
know,
a haze, isn't it? Like a
on
halo
top,
on it.
and it's really pretty.
I can't think.
And I must have the ball band somewhere.
Okay.
But I did the sleeves. I got all the way to here, attached the sleeves, started the raglan, and then inexplicably stopped knitting it and
Very strange.
put it away like in a box and covered it. And then I kind of every now and then I'd go to get some yarn from the box and see it and be like, oh,
It's really nice.
and it's
as
so
well.
nice. Like it's a really pretty lace pattern going all the way up the
Do
middle.
you have any idea when you started making it?
I think it was. Honestly, I think it was probably a year and a half ago.
It is really nice. It's really nice, and it's so you.
It is so me, and their sleeves are like 3/4 length, and yeah. So I gotta get this baby knit up. I have to.
I think so.
I have to.
I think so. Be really nice
for this winter.
Yeah, it'd be really nice in the winter.
Yeah. So I'll have another pink item from my wardrobe. Like I need more. But anyway. So that's my
That's your
naughty little
your
bugger.
naughty little bugger. My naughty little bugger is something that I was already thinking about pulling out of my sin bin, but then on our Ravelry page, Amy from Pico Crafts had posted up a pair of socks that she was making, and I was like, oh, so feeling inspired by Amy's post and by the Grocery Girls second sock of summer. Cal, I think they're encouraging you to bring out your to knit your second sock if you've got second sock syndrome.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the kids actually a couple of years ago bought me this gorgeous yarn. I don't know if you can see it because it's probably blowing out a little bit. It's like a really, really it's like a scarlet red, isn't
It's
it?
yeah, it is. It's all, like
I think it's
scarlet-y
Malabrigo.
cherry,
because
because it looks winey there. But
Yeah.
it's not that. That's not true colour, really,
No.
is it?
I think it's Malabrigo. I'm
Oh.
pretty sure it was Malabrigo. And they bought me that for my birthday one year, and they bought me the Tin Can Knits book. And the sock pattern in here, the Winding Way, is the sock that I was making. Oops, it's always difficult to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can you see? They've been around for quite a long time, and it's a really lovely lace. And I knitted the first one up, and I finished the first one, so I'm not sure why I hadn't. Oops, take that off. You didn't see that. That's coming later. So I don't know why I hadn't made the second one.
Oh yeah.
But they're really cool.
They're really cool. Yeah.
Now there are going to be a couple of problems. One is I don't usually do a grafted toe anymore, so I tend to knit a rounded toe, a French toe. So I'm thinking I might unpick the toe on this one and do a French toe, so that they're both the kind of sock that I like to wear. But the other problem is going to be my tension, because I know my tension has changed in sock knitting. Yeah, I now knit most of my socks on a 2.25.
Okay.
And this would have been on I think probably on a 2.5 up. I probably did the same as the pattern states. So my worry is they're going to be quite different
And
from
did you
each
do
other.
that on double DPNs?
Yeah, I think
and
I
then
probably
now
did.
you do
And
it
now
on circulars,
yeah,
don't you? Okay.
yeah. So it might
Is
have
one
to
of
be
your
a DPN.
feet bigger than the other? Or?
Right foot is. Yeah, that's a good point. So
There we go.
So my dirty little bugger is going to be
naughty.
my naughty little bugger.
Oh, maybe we could call it dirty little bugger.
My naughty little bugger is my second sock. So I would like to try and get the second sock made.
It's really nice.
Yeah, I would really like to. And the kids have bought me new shoes for my birthday, but they're not going to be here till September, so I've got plenty of time. Yeah. So maybe I'll get on with that. I do really like it. It's really nice.
I like that.
Yeah, I do really like it.
And I haven't seen you knit socks with a lace pattern that often, actually.
No. I think they are the. I've made one other lacy pattern pair of socks, but they didn't have much lace on them. No, I really like it. Yeah, I do really like it. Yeah. So that's Has yours been as big as mine?
No, probably not. I wouldn't, because I probably don't knit as much as you do. I don't think. No, I don't. No. So it's probably not.
I eat, sleep, drink it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I forgot to show those.
Oh yeah. Well, they were in a ta-da.
They were in my ta-da, and I forgot to show you. So my ta-da was my finished pair of socks with my sweet tomato heel.
Oh yeah.
My cat-body sweet tomato heel. And I'm really pleased with them. Yeah.
They're very nice.
They are really cool. It was just an old ball of opal or trekking. I can't quite remember, but I've had it for years in my stash. I think I probably actually had done something for the shop when I had the shop years and years ago.
Yeah.
But they're really funny. They look massive, in comparison, because of the shape of the heel.
Oh, they do.
Can you see them? But they both fit. I think it's literally just the way the shape is.
That's funny,
Kind
isn't
of
it?
boomerang shape.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, is that easy, the sweet tomato heel?
Yeah, it was okay. It's based on wedges, wedges that you do over 2/3 of the stitches. And I've done 3 wedges. Yeah, kind of backwards and shorter shaping kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Really cool. Yeah. It's different. It's
Yeah,
nice. Yeah. I'm making this my year of using different techniques on socks. So I've done this, I've done the fish lips kiss, I've done an afterthought heel. I've never done that an afterthought heel. So yeah, I'm trying really hard to kind of try a few different bits and pieces with my socks.
Yeah. Good idea. And then find the one you like, and then
Yeah. I have another pair on the go, of course.
Yeah.
I have a few more pairs on the go.
Socks are the ultimate portable project. They're just neat. Yeah. Well, then you were going to talk about the stash busting.
Yeah, which
project.
we haven't got a different name for.
No. We're going to have to think about it.
Yeah. So we were always thinking about little stash busting projects, because we're sent so much yarn, and it's not very nice to keep kind of just putting it in your box. We try and use it up where possible.
Yeah.
If we have enough time, the sample that you might see photographed for the yarn reviews could be a hat. It could be a scarf. It might be something small that's easy to just knock up. We've definitely made a couple of hats, haven't we? And just photograph close-ups of those instead.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just don't have the time. I think for this issue, have we got nearly 16 different yarns going in?
Quite a lot.
So all of them, all the squares have had to be knitted, and we're hoping that we've got a plan to maybe wash them. So after the issue has published, we're thinking we might wash them and see how they've washed, and maybe do a blog post or something on the podcast about
I think that's a good idea.
what they're like, because it's not just about how they look, is it? It's about what they work up like.
Yeah,
so,
true, exactly.
So, and then some of you will have probably seen the Oshi and the reindeer videos from before Christmas. Kind of got carried away.
I don't really.
It's a big thing in my house. We need to make a video for Oshi. What are we going to do? So, and that was because we were sent one of the Opal Advent calendars.
Oh, yeah.
And because we both make socks, we quite often have a lot of sock yarn left. I have size 3 feet, so I usually have just over half a ball left.
Yeah. I forgot about that actually.
Yeah. So it's just a bit wasteful. So we've been looking obviously at all of the cozy memory blankets, and they're fabulous. They really, really are. But I don't know if either of us really have the patience for them.
No, I guess not.
Yeah. It's not such a portable project as well.
Yeah.
I've got a blanket on the go. I always have a big crochet blanket on the go, and I find I don't take it when it starts to get too big. I don't take it to knitting group, which is kind of what it's for as well.
Yeah.
So, and so I did start with some of the Opal Advent calendar mini balls. I did start doing these crochet granny squares that I was going to join up.
Cute.
But I like them. But because they're 4-ply, it's quite fine.
Oh God, it
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe like a table runner or something.
Yeah, and they're lovely, but
in
my house is freezing. It's not really going to keep you warm.
No.
So I don't know if you've noticed, there's a new scruffy blanket out by Mina Phillips. She does a podcast. Oh my God, what's it called? You know her. I'm sure you know her. And so she's brought out this. It's a black and white photograph, so because I should have printed it out in colour. And it's is it a pinwheel triangle? Pinwheel scrap blanket. And the idea is that it's all these triangles. So you have a square, and the square is made up of 8 triangles. And each different triangle is a different yarn, different colour yarn, different type of yarn. 4-ply is what it's been made for. It's been made to use sock scraps up.
Oh, okay.
You could make it in a heavier weight.
Yeah.
But I just think it would be really cool. So I'm hoping by the time we podcast next time, I'll have had a go. I'd really like to have one completed square ready to show.
So you just start. So you knit a triangle. Which way are you knitting it?
I don't know.
Sorry, putting you on the spot. Oh, it's like it's going.
So I know that you end up with one square made. So you must knit. I think it's done in short rows. So
okay.
But by the time we podcast next time, I'd say I'll probably have one ready.
It's an interesting one, though, isn't it? Yeah.
And they look really cool. And I actually saw it on somebody else's podcast. The Rambling Shepherd, I think, or the Babbling Shepherd. I'll find out, and we'll put that in our notes.
Yeah.
But I think the lady that does the podcast, she's only got 2 episodes out. And I'd seen it on her Instagram, so I went off and found her podcast, and I've watched her podcast as well. I really enjoy it. But we'll put that down on the notes for the podcast. But I just think it's a little bit different, a bit more portable, and probably would work better for the amount of yarn I definitely have left over from my socks. Because I could use it on several squares.
Yes. Well, yeah, exactly. You wouldn't just knit one triangle.
No.
Like you could probably knit a couple.
Yeah. And cool. Maybe we'll have to think about a mini swap or something if other people want to do it, you know. I'd say there's quite a few of us that are sock knitters.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's a really nice idea. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I like it. What else? Oh, I just realised, because when I was showing my it'll be lovely when it's finished, that I wanted to show you my cute stitch markers.
Oh yeah.
Because they're Lego heads, and I just think they're like the cutest things.
They are so cool.
I want to show you my favourite, who's Gingerbeard.
We'll see if it.
You can see.
Yeah.
He's got a gingerbeard.
Oh my god, he's so cool.
funny. But they're really cool, and I will put the where I got them from a lady in Australia, and so I think you could probably make them yourself quite easy if you had a lot of Lego. But anyway, it's nice. They're just really kind of cool.
They didn't cost very much, did they?
No, they were so reasonable, and the package, even the postage was reasonable. So I think I bought 2 packs. If 4 come in each pack, but I'll put the link in our notes. Because they're cute, and they're just a little bit different.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. We're nearly done.
Yeah.
Sorry, we've kind of kept you for a little bit now.
We have actually.
Yeah. But we thought it might be nice to give you a little bit of a teaser of what to expect on our next issue.
Yeah. So we decided to focus on ethical and green, a sustainable and environmentally friendly kind of theme. So within that we had we were looking at a lot of some hand spun yarns, and some kind of ethical yarns as well. Have some really cool things that we came across actually.
It's
so I
been
think
really good to do this issue, hasn't it? Yeah,
because it's just so different. When we did the 4-ply or whatever, they're all different colours and it looked really nice, but these are so wildly different that it actually is quite different. Yeah. So it was really interesting. And what else did we do? That was so what else?
We've been around the country, haven't we, looking for different things. Actually, in terms of the Handmade in Ireland, we could literally fill the whole magazine with things that Irish crafters are making from whether they're upcycling or they're using reclaimed materials. There's so much that we could have put in this one. It's been, and equally for the crafty makes and stuff like that.
Yes,
there are just so many different. Once you start to kind of get the creative juices flowing about, oh my god, we could use this and we could use that, and it's been like rein it in.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we could do stuff for the blog. I know we do 2 crafty makes, but we could do stuff for the blog, because I think people, I don't know, I guess people are always looking for things they can do with stuff they have around the place.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have a really good article about the wool industry in Ireland. So we're really looking forward to that. I think that'd be good. And good to talk about, because you don't see that written about all that often.
Yeah.
And of course we've got 3 lovely designs.
We have. I can show you. I've got a little thing here, so I can show you a tease. So one of the designs is made in. Can you see this? This is the ends of what was left. So, and this was dyed with madder. So it was actually soft onigal in their kind of Bonine, natural Bonine, is that how you pronounce it?
Bonine, yeah. Perfect.
Bonine, natural, undyed yarn, and we just dyed it with some madder just to give it a little bit different kind of hue, just to see if it would work. So that's one of the designs. We actually have a lovely crochet design.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Really nice. Another really nice crochet design from a lady that lives here, and she has a book coming out, so it's kind of exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting.
We'll tell you more about that next time.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. And one of our designs is, I think we can say it's a homewares. Yeah, pattern. Yeah. So it's a little bit different.
Really cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Very. It's really traditional with a kind of contemporary feel to it. It's really cool. Yeah. So we've had loads of fun. We're looking forward to catching up with Caroline and Jennifer, our
of course,
Diary of a Shepherdess, and Felton with Jennifer. We're really looking forward to catching up with them.
Yes.
Finding out about the sheep.
Oh yeah, I know.
I love the sheep.
It's so great. Yeah. Yeah. Because they had all the lambs, all talking about the lambs in the last issue, and I think this is probably kind of shearing time, so it's probably going to be a lot about that as well. So
shearing and rain.
Yeah, well, I know.
Yeah, cheering and rain.
July, how are you?
Caroline said cheering and rain. Don't know if you can hear the rain, it's raining outside. And then there's loads of books. We've been inundated with books to review. In fact, there are so many that a load of those are going to be going on the blog. And then podcasts, we've had such fun.
Yeah.
Really,
that
yeah,
is good.
really have. We've been
Yeah.
trying really hard to kind of find podcasters that don't just knit. So, and I think we've done quite well
Yeah,
this
I think
time.
we have,
yeah,
actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
We've had some really good fun. So no, and that issue is due out.
The 26th,
Yeah.
so Tuesday week.
Yeah.
Ooh. We just need to finish all the things that need to be finished.
And my internet is terrible.
Oh God.
Absolutely awful. I'm not lying when I say the internet was off. It just goes off. Yeah. So so I think this has gone okay.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah. I'm not going to wear pink next time. She can wear the pink. I'm going to wear the blue.
Okay. I won't wear blue. Okay, yeah, so we're not going to match.
So, hope you've liked it. We'll load up some show notes on our Ravelry page, which is Olann. If you search for the group, it's called Olann. And we'll load up our podcast notes there. We'll make sure that we put everything that we've mentioned here, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get around to that.
And we'll, you're going to London this weekend, so you won't be doing it.
Oh, yeah.
So if there's spelling mistakes, sorry. So we'll get that loaded up, and hopefully we'll be back here after we've published.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do a debrief.
Yeah. So then we can go through everything we did. Be great.
Cool.
So lovely to have you. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.